Hello, everyone. This is Sean from Barry Digital Media, and I hope you are doing well. And today I'm going to be talking about programmatic ads, and more specifically, those programmatic ads within video games. And this can be a controversial topic, so feel free to leave some comments in the comment section if you want to talk about it, whether you like it, whether you dislike it. But the controversy is mostly, on one hand, it can help out the big AAA developers and the small indie developers with generating revenue, but at the same time, it might take the player away from their experience. Like, let's say if they're playing a game where they're in an off-world colony somewhere, and they see an advertisement for McDonald's or Nike or Samsung, something like that, then it might take their experience away. And so, yeah, but I'm just going to go over programmatic ads in general, and let's see what we can find out. So, programmatic marketing in video games is an automated, data-driven approach to buying and selling ad space within games and gaming-related content. Instead of manual negotiations, it uses algorithms in manual bidding (RTB) to serve highly targeted ads to specific players. This system allows advertisers to bid on ad impressions in milliseconds, ensuring their ad reaches the most relevant audience based on factors like demographics, interest, and in-game behavior. Ads can take many forms, including seamlessly integrated, blended placements like in-game billboards or branded jerseys, as well as interstitial videos and rewarded ads that players opt in to for in-game currency. This method makes advertising more efficient and scalable for brands while creating a new revenue stream for game developers and publishers. So that sounds pretty good. And what I wanted to focus on was just that it looks like the gaming industry as a whole for 2024 was somewhere between 184 billion to 188 billion. And what was surprising for me was that it looks like mobile gaming seems to be the large chunk of that, or overtaking the PC and console gaming with about $102 billion of that 184, 188 billion, which makes sense considering, in today's world, whether you live in a city or a town, odds are you are connected to the world with a cell phone, which can easily have a game on it. And yeah, so let's continue. And down here, it looks like it's estimating that the marketing for these games is around $8 billion, but it says that its projections could be very off and say 109 billion for 2029. 24, sorry, excuse me. It definitely looks like a large industry that's just constantly growing and having more accessibility across the world. But let's take a look at Google Trends. And Google Trends was a little bit surprising because it took a couple times for me to actually get some data showing on video game ads. I don't know if it was just the topic that I was searching or if there was issues with Google Trends, but it seems to be just an industry that's starting out. We can see that in the very beginning here there was a little bit of interest, but really in the last year it seems to have spiked up quite a bit. And so let's take a look at some of the search terms here. Black Friday, video game news, mobile game ads, new video games, Twitch ads. So what's surprising there for me is just mobile games, maybe video game news as well, and then Twitch ads coming up for video game ads. And then I wanted to take a little bit more of a look on what that spike could have been about. So I changed the range here to 90 days. And again, I was surprised with Prime Video and then ads video game terms. So maybe there was something going on with Prime Video in video game advertising. Perhaps I know that there was a Warhammer game video that was released sometime recently, And I'm wondering if that could have been it, or perhaps Minecraft is now showing on Amazon Prime, but I'm not too sure. So let's continue on. I was taking a look at some comments around programmatic advertising, and I came across this one line here, which gave I think, a good view on why video game advertising is so valuable. In like games like Grand GTA, they could have a Times Square like area with huge monitors on buildings with advertising. So just think New York inside a New York Square with those giant TV boards. Things like that can be recreated in video games, and then through programmatic ads, you can have your brand displayed on those high value areas. And it's not like so I guess what I'm trying to say is these areas are so accessible to a wide around amount of people, whereas on a traditional time square, you would have to physically go there. But if you're in a game like GTA, you can just travel there with your phone. It doesn't matter if you're in the middle of Mexico or Japan. You could be on your phone traveling to these places and see those ads. There's another comment somewhere here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but uh, it has a comment where you can't really use programmatic ads for business to business. It is more relevant for business to consumer. Oh yeah, here we go. So programmatic ads tends to be good for products with a wide customer base, like instant noodles. Pretty much everybody likes instant noodles, whereas someone might not be very interested in like an accounting service. But I don't know if we'll come across it soon. But there's another comment about just how more personalized these ads are coming. So, with a little bit more time within this industry, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody like an accountant could be targeted with some of these programmatic ads with relevant creative. Now, who exactly? Well, actually, I have this one up here because I wanted to give a visual demonstration about, what exactly these programmatic ads are doing. And so we can see this video game universe going through the city. And like we were just talking about, we have these specific placements where we can put our ads. So you can see them phasing in. So in the background there, we have NFL, some movie tickets, pizza, um, and then I think Michelin tires, engine oil. So you can see just all the abilities here of our ads being placed. So, I mean, we could be in the middle of a detective video game where we're going down the street and asking questions about, who stole the donuts. And we have all these ads popping up, which, if they're placed nicely, then it wouldn't take the player out of the experience too much. Now, this website here is from Anzu, and then I do have one other here which has a similar idea. So this one here, I'm not sure. Okay, I think this website is Bidstack. But I like this one too because this one gives another example of where your ads can be placed. So that guy's talking on the phone. There's a bridge. Here's a football stadium. Here's a container on the highway. Again, going back to the football stadium. So there's just so many opportunities to put those ads. And sometimes, like in a sporting event, you would expect to see some advertisements because when you watch it on TV, you also have the ads just going around the boards. So, if anything, this would actually be a good example of how the advertisements would enhance the experience because if you're looking at a baseball or hockey ring and you're used to seeing, let's say, Nike ads around those sporting events, seeing those Nike ads in your game as well will help keep the player more immersed. And then I have another one here, Stack Adapt. But they have a nice GIF animation there about where ads are being placed. But really, I just wanted to take a look at this as well down here. activate your campaign across all channels to boost results. So here it looks like you have these four different channels to get your ads across. Now, I don't know if it actually integrates into your, now that I'm looking at it, I don't think that these, so okay, I'm not sure if this is the best example, but um, yeah, these are, so I think in this case it's actually advertising outside of the game. But while I'm here, anyways, one of the things that I think we mostly see in-game advertising is probably mobile games because you are in a mobile game that was free to download, and in the middle of the experience, let's say if you run out of money, or let's say your character loses all their health, you can get a ad. You can have an option to watch a video, which would be an advertising, and then restore some of your life or get some in-game currency. Anyways, so what's next in the future of in-game programmatic? In this article here is from Decenter Ads. The future of programmatic in-game advertisement is poised to be more personalized, intelligent, and immersive than ever. One of the most exciting developments is the rise of dynamic creative powered by AI. These allow advertisers to generate real-time ad variations that adapt to gameplay, user behavior, or even in-game environment. This level of customization enhances engagement while maintaining immersion. Audience segmentation within games is also becoming more advanced. Advertisers Advertisers can now go beyond basic demographics to target players based on behavior, skill level, progression, or even playstyle. This opens the door to far more relevant and meaningful brand interactions. Cross device targeting is another key frontier. As players switch between mobile, console, and PC, advertisers are increasingly able to deliver consistent messaging across touchpoints. This creates a unified experience that mirrors the way modern gamers engage with content. At the center of all of this, DSPs are evolving into vital connectors between immersive media and performance driven marketing. They enable brands to scale creative strategies with precision while tapping into emotional power of gaming. As technology advances, the line between brand storytelling and interactive entertainment will only continue to blur. So I like that little paragraph. It really showcased two major things about how the ads coming into the games are going to be more dynamic creatives. So it'll be, yes, more personalized, but potentially it could immerse themselves. The advertisement themselves could immerse even more into the gameplay itself. So maybe the colors could shift around. Maybe let's say if you choose one storyline over the other, maybe the advertisement might look a different certain way there. And then also the cross device targeting is another big thing as well. So if you're trying to get one user, you can target them on their mobile device, console, and PC. So then that message is consistent and going across several platforms, helping to keep that brand in top of mind. Anyways, I hope this was helpful, and I hope you have a good day.